The low rumble of Logan Grizzly Carter's Harley echoed through the empty desert highway, the sound rolling over the sand like a distant storm. The open road stretched before him, endless and inviting, offering the one thing he needed most: escape. The past clung to him like a second skin, but out here, with the wind whipping through his graying beard and the roar of his engine drowning out his thoughts, he could almost forget. Almost. Logan wasn't sure when the road became his salvation. Maybe it was the day he left the VA clinic for the last time, tired of sterile halls and empty advice. Or maybe it was when he realized that home, real home, wasn't four walls, but miles of blacktop under his tires. Either way, the road had saved him, and soon it would save others too. It started with a ride, a long, aimless ride through the back roads of Arizona, trying to outrun the memories that never quite let go. Logan had stopped at a small roadside diner, just another faceless veteran in a leather jacket, when he heard a voice from his past. "Grizz!" He turned, his chest tightening at the sight of Mike Maverick Carson, an old buddy from his Army Ranger days. Mike was leaner, more worn than Logan remembered, but the eyes, those sharp, haunted eyes, were the same. "Didn't think I'd see you again," Mike said, sliding into the booth across from him. Logan shrugged, staring down at his black coffee. "Didn't think I'd be worth seeing." Mike let out a chuckle, but it didn't quite reach his eyes. "We're all worth it, brother. Just gotta figure out where we fit." And that's how it started. One ride led to another, and before long, Logan found himself surrounded by men and women just like him. Veterans looking for purpose, for healing, for something to hold on to. The name Grizzly spread faster than he expected. The legend of the war-hardened vet who rode across the country, helping stranded bikers, standing up for the lost, and offering quiet wisdom to those in need. It wasn't something Logan had planned. It just happened. His reputation grew when he stumbled upon a broken-down bike on the outskirts of Nevada and found Carter, a Navy vet with a prosthetic leg and a haunted look in his eyes. "Bike's dead," Carter had muttered, kicking the tires in frustration. "Then we fix it," Logan had said simply, kneeling down with his toolkit. They didn't talk much, but by the time the bike roared back to life, Logan saw something in Carter's face he hadn't seen in a long time: hope. Word spread, and soon others followed. Jenna, a former Air Force pilot who found solace in the throttle. Deacon, an ex-Marine sniper running from demons only he could see. And Bear, a giant of a man with a heart as heavy as the war he left behind. They rode together, bound not by war, but by survival. But the road wasn't all freedom and peace. Not everyone in the biker world was looking for redemption. Some wanted power, control. And when Logan and his crew rolled into the wrong town, they found themselves staring down the Black Reapers, a rival gang that thrived on intimidation and violence. "Word is you think you're some kind of hero," their leader, a wiry man with dead eyes named Knox, sneered at Logan outside a bar in New Mexico. Logan didn't flinch. "Just riding." Knox spat onto the ground, circling Logan like a predator. "We don't like riders who think they can save everyone." The tension hung thick in the air, but Logan knew better than to bite. He'd seen enough bloodshed to know it wasn't the answer. Still, when Knox shoved Carter, Logan stepped in. "Touch him again," Logan said, his voice low and steady, "and you won't walk away." The Black Reapers backed off, but Logan knew this wouldn't be the last time their paths crossed. And it wasn't. One night, during a charity ride for a veterans outreach program, disaster struck. Logan woke to the sound of roaring flames and screeching tires. Their camp, set up at an old roadside rest stop, was engulfed in fire. He ran through the smoke, shouting for his brothers and sisters, his heart pounding with the familiar rush of combat adrenaline. They were under attack, but this time, it wasn't enemy fire. It was something worse. The Reapers had come. Through the chaos, Logan found Carter hauling Jenna to safety. Her arm burned from trying to save their bikes. The fire roared higher, licking at their supplies, their tents, their life on the road. "Get out!" Logan barked, shoving them toward their remaining bikes. They barely escaped, watching from a hilltop, as everything they'd built was reduced to ashes. After the fire, things changed. The road felt darker, the weight heavier. Logan knew they had a choice: keep running or stand their ground. And for the first time in years, Logan chose to fight. Not with fists or guns, but with purpose. They rebuilt, stronger than before. More riders joined their ranks, veterans who had heard the whispers of Grizzly and his crew. They rode with a new mission, to be more than just drifters, to make a difference. The final confrontation with the Reapers came one cold morning in the Texas desert. They rolled into town, their presence a dark cloud over the sun-baked streets. Logan stepped forward, meeting Knox's gaze with unwavering steel. "You want a war?" Knox taunted, his hand resting on his belt. Logan shook his head. "No war, just a message. Leave us be, or we ride through every town you claim and show them what real brotherhood looks like." There was a long silence, then Knox smirked. "You got guts, Grizzly." Logan didn't respond, just turned and walked away, the roar of their bikes filling the air as they left the Reapers behind for good. Years later, the legend of Grizzly lived on. Riders spoke of him in hushed tones, the man who rode not to escape, but to heal. Logan himself had found peace, not in the absence of war, but in the company of those who understood it. At a gathering for veterans one summer, a young soldier approached him. "I heard about you," the kid said nervously. "They say you saved lives." Logan smiled, handing him a beer. "We save each other, kid. That's what it's all about." As the sun dipped below the horizon, Logan looked around at his brothers and sisters, their laughter, their stories, their bond unbroken by war or time. The road would always call to him, but for the first time in a long time, he wasn't riding alone. Because legends aren't born on battlefields. They're made on the road, 1 mile at a time.